There's a reason techniques from the Great Depression still show up in serious survival circles. People were forced to get efficient with almost nothing. And well, the lessons they left behind are worth more than half the modern gadgets we rely on today. Before we get into it, make sure you subscribe to Warfield Prepper Chronicles and hit that like button so more history lovers and preparedness-minded viewers can find this kind of content. Now, let's break down one of the most overlooked heat retention methods from the era and how it quietly beats many modern solutions. The method starts with dead air layering, the forgotten mastery of heat capture. Survival manuals from the 1930s and family journals from the Dust Bowl states all point to the same principle. Hold heat not by adding more material, but by trapping still air in multiple separated layers. People built these systems into walls, beds, flooring, and clothing. Unlike thick modern insulation that relies on bulk, Depression-era layering used thin but strategically spaced barriers. The goal was to create repeating pockets of motionless air, which is the most efficient insulator humans have ever used. A family might line the inside of a wall with newspaper, then tack burlap over it, then hang a second interior cloth barrier a few inches inward. Each gap trapped air and multiplied the warmth without expensive materials. This method succeeds because the structure forces heat to move slowly through stage barriers. Where one thick material can still leak warmth, 3 or 4 thin layers spaced apart slow heat loss dramatically. People used cardboard sheets, feed sacks, quilted cloth, and even flattened reed mats to build these stages. A single room lined this way often stayed 20 degrees warmer than the outside during freezing nights, even with minimal fuel. The engineering principle is the same concept used in high-end Arctic gear today, except these families built it into their homes using scraps. You can apply this method indoors without altering your house permanently. Modern preppers use folding interior heat walls made from canvas mounted on lightweight frames. Positioning these 2 to 4 inches away from the existing wall immediately creates that dead air chamber. Adding a second movable panel increases heat retention much further. During power failures, placing these portable layers around sleeping areas creates a microclimate similar to Depression-era bed alcoves, where families used curtains and quilts to create small, super-insulated sleeping compartments. You can use blackout curtains hung inward from tension rods, then add a second fabric layer closer to the center of the room. The air captured between those layers does most of the work. The method becomes even more efficient when used under and around beds or cots. People in the 1930s often built heat boxes around their sleeping areas by draping quilts and grain sacks from ceiling hooks to form a canopy. The dead air layering kept the heat generated by bodies from escaping. You can recreate this by placing a simple frame around your bed and hanging 2 separated fabric layers, with even a 2-inch gap between them. This setup dramatically reduces the energy you need to stay warm and turns a cold room into a controlled pocket of retained heat. This is exactly the kind of overlooked historical technique modern survivalists should master, because it works with no electricity, no specialized gear, and almost no cost. If you want more history-based survival methods that actually function off-grid, subscribe to Warfield Prepper Chronicles, share this video, and help bring these powerful old-world strategies back into practice.